Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever in the world you may be. Thank you all for being here and for being a part of our soul family. I apologize about not posting a video for yesterday. I was deep in the travel mode up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and before I knew it, I was on a plane over to this beautiful place where I am now, which is called Madeira. Madeira is in Portugal. It's a beautiful little island in Portugal, not far from Morocco, actually. Ooh, sorry about that. Um, and it is really, really, truly stunning here, I have to say. And so, for today's energy, today's daily download, I wanted to speak about the energy of mind over matter. And what does mind over matter mean? Consider that matter is our physical world, the things that we see, right? The things that are in front of us, the things that we have made so incredibly significant and so vital and valuable in our day to day lives. And those things that we make so incredibly significant are also things that block us from actually creating something that is beyond what that is. And what do we mean? We mean, like, have you ever had a situation where you were really just, you know, you looked around you and you said, this is, there's got to be something different. There's got to be something else. And with a shift of consciousness, with a shift of intention, you were able to literally co create a different reality. You were able to actually see that maybe it was how you were responding or how you were reacting to the situation that was exasperating it or making it worse. And that is true evidence of mind over matter. Also many of you, I'm getting an awareness of, like, maybe you were sick, maybe you got a cold or a flu or something, and you had something that you had to that you wanted to do, like maybe a vacation or something, or you know um, you had to be somewhere and you didn't want to get sick, and you absolutely, as they say, you willed your mind to get rid of it. That's a great evidence of mind over matter. And I want us all to practice this in our day-to-day lives as if it was a muscle with which you function with when you go to the gym. How do you want your day to look like today? And what are the things that are of matter that are giving you such stress or worry or anxiety, right? A lot of times those energies are about money, they're about success, they're about our situation in life. We get really bogged down with them because we feel like we can't change them. And we want to start to think in a way that we know that we can change them. And sometimes I have to caveat that by saying, like, sometimes it doesn't necessarily change immediately or change right away. Maybe it's a gradual transition or transformation into something greater. I want us to hold that space today, because it's not that we anticipate anything, there's nothing bad or horrible or whatever that's going to happen to us, but to have the point of view and the remembrance that you can change anything. Now, how do you do that? What are some of the options that you do? You simply ask. You simply ask. You can say to the universe, what can I be and what can I choose to change this situation in my life? What can I change to overcome this limitation? What can I change that would absolutely give me a new perspective and a new way of being in my physical world? And then what you have to do is you have to be very clear in your mental activity. You have to imagine it. You have to visualize the reality that you want. You have to see it and feel it and taste it and touch it as if it had already happened or that it was happening for you. So I want us to practice that today. The other thing that I want to tell you is that this coming Sunday, we have a workshop for the new moon in the sign of Libra. And it's going to be really, really exciting because I'm going to do a multi-dimensional experience for you all, where you can manifest using all your senses. We're actually even going to create a vision board for you. Uh, we're going to do something to bring it down so that you have something tangible in the physical world. So that That workshop is this coming Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central European Time. Okay? So you can register on our website, theprovocativeIntuitive.com, where you can learn about all the workshops and everything that we have going on there today. And you can register there, and I hope to see you all there. So let's go ahead and begin the meditation. And as we begin the meditation today, let's just close our eyes and find ourselves in our heart. And as we do so, as we close our eyes and find ourselves in our heart, let's just become completely present here now. And from this space in our heart, let's begin today by taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And now let's shift our awareness to the center of the earth. And as we shift our awareness to the center of the earth, let's imagine this beautiful energy swirling around the center of the earth. And from this space in the center of the earth, let's imagine this energy scooping up fresh earth energy, coming up through the soles of our feet, through our ankles, our calves, our knees, and our sides, and traveling up through all of our chakras, and popping up outside the top of our head and forming a beautiful ball of light. And now switch your awareness into this ball of light, and imagine this ball of light traveling up out of the space that you're in, higher and higher and higher and faster and faster and faster. Imagine that ball of light lifting you up out past Earth's atmosphere, out into outer space, out past outer space, out past the universe, into different layers of light, some dark. Through those layers, out into a beautiful golden-like light, and through the golden-like light into a jelly-like substance light, and through the jelly-like substance light into a beautiful pink haze, which is the law of compassion. And through the law of compassion, you enter into the 7th plane of all that is, the plane of creation, of oneness, and of complete totality. Immediately, as your ball of light dissolves into this beautiful energy, you can feel the connection, the contribution, the collaboration of all things, all atoms and molecules of existence here. From here, we're going to ask for some downloads for the group today. And as a reminder, downloads are just energies that we receive from the universe, thoughts, feelings, emotions, and experiences. When we receive them into our subconscious mind, what happens is we can actually change our beliefs. Change our beliefs, we change our reality. So let's see what we've got here today. So would you like to know what it feels like to know your power? To know how incredibly powerful you and your mind are, and your mind as it is connected to the Creator, to all that is. If you'd like that, say yes. In many ways, if we equate our mind, our brain, to that of the Creator, then we align that energy with infinite possibilities. So would you like to align your mind with that of the Creator? To know that you're worthy of, and that it is safe for you to align your mind with the Creator? If you'd like that, say yes. And would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is in every single cell of your body? To have the courage to speak your truth. To have the courage to speak into vibrational reality what it is you wish to manifest into your lives. You know, the word abracadabra actually is an ancient Aramaic word that means, from my lips I create. And so too, We're often associating abracadabra with magic. But what if abracadabra was also the co-creation of your reality? So would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is to see your reality as something that you can create magic with your mind? You got to speak it out into the world. You got to speak it into existence. You have to use mantras. I am that which I choose to see in the world. I see in the world that which I create from my mind. And you've got to be able to and be willing to fine tune and purify those things that you're asking for. You may also say, well, Daniel, I don't really love my reality. These things that are happening in my reality, where I am, this and that, I don't really love that, Daniel. To that which we would reply, then change it, right? What would you like to, how would you like to, when would you like to, where would you like to shift and invite this amazing energy into your life? If you'd like that, say yes. And would you like to know what it feels like to acknowledge that it's okay for you to recognize this power? Many of you are afraid of your power. Why are you afraid of your power? What would it take for you to shift everything in your life so that you become powerful instead of powerless? If you'd like that, say yes. And would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is in every single cell of your body, to know that there's nothing that you cannot handle, there's nothing that you cannot change, or there's nothing that you cannot transform, and that it's all good? If you'd like that, say yes. And would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, sounds like, and is in every single cell of your body, to acknowledge the choice that you have in creating the reality that is in front of you? So many choices. Your choices are just simply limited by your way of thinking and visualizing and imagining. So would you like to know what it feels like to envision, to imagine the greatest potential, the greatest possibilities for your life? If you'd like that, say yes. And let go of how it shows up, by the way. Really let go of how it shows up today. I can tell you that my body and my being were really craving, after a very, very stressful 6 months, my body and my being were craving an adventure. My body and my being were craving a vacation. And I was so wonderfully and joyously granted that gift. And it definitely didn't show up how I ever could have imagined. It showed up even greater than I could imagine. So would you like to know what it feels like to know that you're worthy of initiating and activating greater in your life, and allowing that greatness to unfold the way it's going to unfold? If you'd like that, say yes. Great. So now let's shift our energy to those who require healing today. And for today's healing meditation, what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to choose someone with whom you would like to contribute healing to today. Imagine them standing in front of you, or sitting in front of you, and just reach out and hold their hands. And now imagine the Creator's unconditional love and the Creator's unconditional light gathering energy from the cosmos and coming into their mind, into their body, into their being, into their reality. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, experiences, whatever it is that they require to shift their reality. And now just imagine them in a space of pure healing, happy, healthy, safe, and protected. Great. And last but not least, would you like to know that you are unconditional love, and that you be unconditional love, and that unconditional love is your birthright? If you'd like that, say yes. Now let's take our palms and rub our palms together. Faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Place your palms over your eyes. Your eyes are the windows to your soul. When you're ready, you can open up your eyes and allow that energy to come into your body and into your being. Place your hands on your heart. Congratulate yourself. Thank yourself for being here and for being a part of our soul family. Sending you guys so much love and so much light, and a day of magic and miracles and mind over matter. Have a beautiful day, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone.